You were not placed on this earth by accident. There is a reason you were born with a mind capable of thinking, of imagining, of creating. You were gifted with the ability to dream and, more importantly, to turn that dream into reality. But here's the truth. Most people wake up every day and forget that. They wake up and remember their fears. They remember the failures. They remember what they don't have. They forget the power that still lies within them. I'm here to remind you, every single morning for the next 7 days, you must start your day with clarity, not with doubt, not with distraction, not with excuses, but with vision. Close your eyes. Now ask yourself this question: what kind of life do I want to live? Not what life you were told to live, not what society expects from you, but the one your soul craves. Can you see it? Can you feel it? Because if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. But only if you're willing to act with definiteness of purpose. The successful man does not wander through the day. He commands it. He wakes up with purpose, and he moves with intention. He does not waste energy on things that do not bring him closer to his goals. You have dreams buried in your heart right now. They've been waiting on you, waiting for you to stop shrinking, waiting for you to stop negotiating with your potential, waiting for you to step into the person you were born to be. You don't need motivation, you need decision. Decide today and for the next 7 mornings that you will no longer live in reaction. You will live in creation. You will wake up and build the life you deserve. Not someday, today, and when your mind starts whispering doubt, you must silence it with belief. Say it out loud: I was born to do something great. I will not let fear rob me another day. I will not be a prisoner to my past. I will not bow to failure. I am the master of my fate, and today I rise. Every day you wake up is another vote cast for the future you're building. So cast it with intention, cast it with courage, cast it with discipline. Feed your mind every morning like you feed your body. Speak life into your spirit before the world speaks confusion into your day. Protect your mind from the poison of negativity and surround yourself with the voice of truth. The next 7 mornings are not just days on the calendar. They are a launchpad for your new life. You are one decision away from breakthrough, one act of courage away from momentum, one daily routine away from greatness. Wake up, stand up, and walk boldly in the direction of your calling, because your future is watching. Your family is watching. The world is waiting, and your time is now. Each morning is a sacred opportunity, a blank canvas on which you may paint the portrait of your destiny. And yet, far too many rise with no aim, no plan, no purpose. They allow the noise of the world to enter their minds before their own thoughts have taken shape. They check the opinions of others before they check in with themselves. That is the great tragedy of modern life, a world full of power wasted through neglect of direction. Understand this truth: how you begin your day will determine how you live your life. If you rise with anxiety, you will carry that anxiety into every hour that follows. If you rise with doubt, you will shrink in the face of every opportunity. But if you rise with vision, with clarity of purpose, and the conviction to act upon it, then you align yourself with the laws of achievement. The mind is most fertile in the early hours of the day. That is when it is most receptive, most impressionable. What you feed it in those first few moments will shape the tone of your thoughts, your emotions, your decisions. Therefore, do not waste this sacred window on distraction. Instead, begin each morning by declaring who you are and what you intend to become. Close your eyes. See the life you desire, not the one you were told to accept. Not the one that others have chosen for you, but the one your spirit longs to live. See it in detail. Feel it in your heart. Speak it into existence with faith and certainty. When you do this consistently, day after day, you will begin to notice something extraordinary. Your reality starts to conform to your vision. This is not magic. It is cause and effect. It is the working of the mind in harmony with the laws of success. A drifting soul achieves nothing because it never sets a destination. But a soul that begins each morning with clarity becomes a force of nature. You are not here to stumble through your days. You are here to direct them. Wake up with purpose, and you will walk in power. Let the world wait. You've got a vision to build. A man without a definite purpose is like a ship without a rudder adrift, at the mercy of every wave and storm. To achieve anything of lasting value, you must first know exactly what you want. It is the clarity of your purpose that transforms a wandering existence into a life of power and accomplishment. Purpose is the starting point of all achievement. When your aim is vague, your actions become scattered, your energy dissipated. You waste time and effort chasing shadows, hoping something will stick. But when your purpose is fixed, when your goal is clear and burning in your heart, every thought, every step, every effort aligns with that single objective. Look around you. The most successful men and women you admire are not successful by accident. They did not drift into their fortunes or their influence. They set a definite aim, made a decision, and refused to be swayed from it. Their minds were like steel traps, holding fast to their vision until it became reality. Indecision is the enemy of success. Doubt and hesitation weaken the will. You must decide, and decide firmly, what you intend to accomplish. Make that decision with such conviction that it fills your entire being. It becomes a burning obsession, a force that moves you forward even when obstacles rise like mountains. When your purpose is definite, your subconscious mind works tirelessly on your behalf, attracting opportunities, ideas, and allies you might never have imagined. Without a clear purpose, the subconscious is like a garden left untended over, run with weeds of distraction and despair. Remember, the power to achieve anything begins in the mind with a clear and definite purpose. Without it, you wander. With it, you conquer. Decide today what you will accomplish. Write it down, say it aloud, imprint it on your soul, then act every day as though failure is impossible. You are not a victim of circumstance, but a master of your fate. No one succeeds without a definite purpose. Make yours so compelling that nothing can stop you, because a life without purpose is no life at all, and a life with purpose, that is the life worth living. There is a profound truth that many overlook. Your entire future hinges on a single moment, a decision. One decision can change the course of your life forever. It is not the years of waiting or the slow accumulation of effort alone that defines your destiny, but the clarity and courage you summon in that one decisive instant. Too often, people delay their greatness, waiting for the right time, waiting for circumstances to be perfect. But the perfect moment rarely arrives. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail lies in their willingness to decide and commit right now. The man who hesitates loses ground, while the man who decides moves forward with unstoppable momentum. Make no mistake, indecision breeds fear, fear breeds procrastination, and procrastination kills dreams. The chains that bind you to mediocrity are forged in moments when you refuse to decide. But when you break free and say, "Today I choose my path," you unleash a power within you that moves mountains and parts seas. This decision is not merely a fleeting thought. It is a declaration to your soul and the universe. It is a promise that no matter what storms arise, no matter what obstacles block your way, you will move forward with purpose. It is the seed from which all success grows. Understand that each day is a series of decisions, but the grand decisions, the ones that shape your life, must be made with firmness and clarity. When you decide to change, to grow, to strive for more, you awaken a force inside that compels you to act, to persevere, and to conquer. Do not wait for certainty or ease. Those are illusions that delay your progress. Instead, decide boldly, decide with passion, decide with the unshakable belief that your life can and will be transformed. Remember, the greatest achievements of history were born from the decisions of ordinary men and women who chose to believe, to act, and to endure. You stand at that crossroads today. What will you choose, the path of hesitation or the path of decisive action? One decision, one moment, one new direction, and your life will never be the same. Fear is the greatest thief of human potential. It sneaks in quietly, wrapping its cold fingers around your mind and squeezing your courage until it whispers, "You cannot." But this voice is a liar, a trickster designed to keep you small, to keep you from reaching the heights you were meant to climb. Every man and woman who has achieved greatness has faced fear. It is not the absence of fear that sets them apart, but the decision to master it, to recognize fear for what it truly is, nothing but a shadow cast by your own doubts, and to refuse its command over your life. When fear whispers, you must silence it with belief. Belief in yourself, belief in your purpose, belief in the power that resides within you. Speak your belief aloud. Repeat it until it drowns out the voice of fear. Say, "I am capable, I am strong, I am destined for greatness." Let these words be the shield that protects you and the sword that cuts through uncertainty. Fear thrives on hesitation and doubt. It grows stronger when you allow your mind to wander into what-ifs and maybes. But when you anchor your mind in certainty, in faith, fear loses its grip. It is impossible to feel fear and confidence at the same time. Choose confidence. Understand that fear is often just a mirage, created by your mind to keep you safe, but in reality, it only holds you prisoner. The moment you step forward in spite of fear, you claim your freedom. You prove to yourself that fear was never your master. Do not wait for fear to disappear. It may never fully vanish. Instead, make a habit of facing it daily, armed with belief and courage. Each time you confront fear, it shrinks, until it becomes nothing more than a faint echo in the background of your greatness. Remember this: courage is not the absence of fear, it is the mastery of it. The brave are not those who feel no fear, but those who refuse to let fear dictate their destiny. So when fear arises tomorrow morning, meet it head on with unwavering belief. Speak louder than your doubts. Rise stronger than your fears, because beyond fear lies your destiny, and nothing can stand in your way. Your mind is the greatest tool you possess, more powerful than any weapon, more valuable than any treasure. Yet, like your body, it requires nourishment. Just as you would not expect your body to perform without food, you cannot expect your mind to produce success without proper feeding. Every morning you have a choice: to feed your mind with thoughts that empower you, or to let it be consumed by doubt, negativity, and distractions. The food you give your mind is what shapes your beliefs, your actions, and ultimately your destiny. Too many allow their minds to become a dumping ground for fear, worry, and criticism. They listen to the noise of the world headlines that breed despair, conversations filled with doubt, or the echo of past failures. This toxic diet drains their energy and dims their vision, but you who desire greatness must cultivate a different habit. You must guard your mind as fiercely as a warrior guards his fortress. Feed it with thoughts of strength, hope, and unwavering faith. Fill it with the stories of those who have overcome, with ideas that inspire, and with affirmations that strengthen your belief in yourself. Each morning, before the world rushes in, take time to nourish your mind. Read words that elevate you, speak words that encourage you, imagine the life you want with vivid detail. This daily mental diet fuels your creativity, sharpens your focus, and steels your resolve. Remember, what you think about most often is what your mind works to create. If your thoughts are cluttered with worry and doubt, that will be your reality. But if you consistently feed your mind with positive, purposeful thoughts, success becomes inevitable. Discipline yourself to avoid the poison of negativity. Reject thoughts and conversations that do not serve your highest good. Instead, surround yourself with ideas and people who uplift and challenge you. Your mind is a garden. What you plant today will grow tomorrow. Choose to plant seeds of courage, faith, and ambition each morning. Tend to this garden with care, and it will bear fruit beyond your wildest dreams. Feed your mind like your life depends on it, because it does. 7 days. It may seem like a small measure of time, but these 7 mornings hold the power to transform your entire life. They are not just days to be counted on a calendar, they are the foundation upon which your future is built. What you do in these moments will ripple through your life in ways you cannot yet imagine. Too often, people approach routines as mere habits, empty actions repeated out of obligation or boredom. But true routines, when embraced with intention, become the launching pad for greatness. They forge discipline, ignite momentum, and build the character necessary to conquer challenges. Each morning is an opportunity to start fresh, to step closer to the person you aspire to be. This week is your chance to break free from old patterns of doubt and hesitation. These 7 days are a sacred window, a chance to ignite a fire in your soul and fuel it with consistency. Transformation is not a lightning bolt. It is the steady rise of the sun, the gradual shaping of a mountain by relentless wind and rain. It is in the small, daily actions repeated with purpose that you create lasting change. Imagine the power of 7 mornings filled with clarity, courage, and focused action. Imagine what you can accomplish if every day you choose to believe in yourself just a little more, to push just a little harder, to dream just a little bigger. This week is not a test of your ability, it is a test of your commitment. It asks only that you show up, fully present, with the intent to build a new life. It asks that you refuse to be deterred by obstacles or doubts. Remember, success is not an accident. It is the sum of small decisions made consistently over time. One day alone cannot change your life, but 7 days of unwavering effort can set you on a course toward greatness. So, rise each morning this week with purpose. Treat these 7 days as the sacred launch pad for your dreams. Because once you begin this journey with deliberate action, you will find that the path ahead is clearer, your vision sharper, and your future brighter than ever before.